Favorites entering this year. To the air out of the backfield to start, and this is Jaden Blue, who gets the lead job. And trying to replace Jonathan Brooks, a second-round pick. To the air, and here's one of the newcomers. First down at 15, and on the ground it's Blue. Second down and long. Ewers with time, sideline at 2. Ewers gets rid of it quickly and incomplete. You can see his progression and what he's going through as he sets up a second Texas drive with Jaden Blue slipping a few tackles and Johnson over the first couple of seasons here at Austin. Takes it off the left side and finds a seam, and Jaden Blue lowers the Jaden Blue. In plus territory, Ewers across the middle. He's got Gunnar Helm. Hurdles him in. Slips a tackle, and Helm. Quintravion Wisner is the new running back. Up the middle, touchdown.
Colorado State, they're really enjoying it. The MVP, though, guys, is the one that has to plug them all in.
Game. Texas has the lead and is on the move with Quinn Ewers throwing into coverage, and
a nice true freshman, Ryan Wingo, making a play.
A guy who was 33 in our ESPN 300, and here he is on a screen, and the big-bodied Ryan Wingo thrown for 101 yards here in the first quarter. A search for space for Jaden Blue, and he will holding on to it. Their second third down. It's a flip out wide for Jaden Blue with a cut. Stayed on his feet and picks up. His turn is flashing here in the opening quarter of the season. Ewers is swarmed, and he goes to
practice. So bad luck on that front or that running back room, but the choice, the running backs coach, still feels confident about what they have in that room.
Isaiah Bond makes
the top three receivers last year, all in the National Football League.
And their top 6 in receptions, all unavailable. Third down, it's a screen, and this is Quintravion Wisner with some burst at that position. Nothing doing on the ground. Second down and 13, and Ewers finds Blue out of the backfield. Ball first incompletion on the drive. Ewers steps up, has it batted in the air and intercepted. On downs. From the 31, this is Quinn Ewers. Down the seam for Bond. Could not hang. On the ground, Quintravion Wisner. Wisner up the middle, and it looked
we talked about.
He's thrown for $165. Gets it out quickly. This is Juan Davis making his set transfer. Amari Niblack in that room. On the ground, Jaden Blue toward the sideline, and Blue is focal point for Steve Sarkisian. Second down, Quintravion Wisner, red area. Third down, Ewers gets rid of it quickly. He's got Isaiah Bond. Side of 6 to go in the second quarter. Ewers for the end zone, and it is caught. Here already won this year for Jahdae Barron, the confident fifth-year senior who came back. And now Quinn Ewers will just check it down, incomplete.
Jahdae, can we let him go? You good?
Now on second down, Quinn Ewers surveys, gets it out in the flat. Jaden Blue aligns his blockers, and he's got it. 202 yards passing for Quinn Ewers in this first half. And on a jet sweep to Ryan Niblett, the redshirt freshman. 5 wide, 3-man rush, and Ewers across the middle, tight window. Isaiah Bond goes spinning. It's leading by 17. Ewers to throw. End zone, Bond.
Corner of the end zone for some reason. Look, he gets the one-on-one at the bottom. An outstanding release. He gets inside and embraces to the outside. That left back corner, Isaiah Bond, I feel like we've seen that before. And be able to adjust his helmet.
And for Quinn Ewers and company. To the air and toward the sideline. And incomplete, intended actually. And there's some out there. And there's some out there that says 25 starts for a college quarterback is the number that correlates best to NFL success for a QB. Year 3 at the helm here in Austin. 4-man rush, Ewers to Amari Niblack, the Alabama transfer
for his offense.
On third down, it's on the ground, and Jaden Blue, and then kicked a field goal. Bond in motion, Blue up the middle with one cut, Slips a tackle and wiggles down.
I mean, you want to play tug of war with those guys. That's tough.
And now it's caught. And a touchdown. Matthew.
The offensive line and the great push that you have. And it's been run. And then all of a sudden, you get a little...
In the country. Jaden Blue on the ground, slips up the middle.
To me, I think this is also a year where he can separate himself in terms of Texas quarterback royalty as well.
Blue out of the backfield.
His teammates see a difference in him.
And noticeable for sure. Here's a flip on an end around to Isaiah Bond. Out to midfield. Stopped at the 40. Texas from the 45. Against the four-man rush, Ewers finds Gunnar Helm. He picks up 5.
Just wanted to make sure he takes it play at a time, one play at a time.
When Travion Weisner goes.
Listen, I enjoy this, and I'm looking forward to my role here at CSU.
Can I
be great, and you don't have to be a 5-star athlete coming out of high school. You can be a 6th-round draft pick. You can be a walk-on. You can be a...
see like?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. As you can see, Texas just went to the SEC this year, and this is the kind of stadiums you play in every single week when you're in the SEC. And
he takes the field. And Arch Manning fires, and he's got it complete. Jonte Cook on the move. Dragged down near the 10. And
Play.
the most famous backup quarterback maybe in the world. This is on the ground. Jarek Gibson goes thump.
So just operating the call, doing the routine.
Arch Manning steps up, pumps, flips it out wide to Bolden. Something out of nothing on the move.
You just need reps, you need plays. And Arch does it, takes off and runs and realizes I've got a guy on the outside wide open and just improvises. Silas Bolden waiting for him, keeps his eyes down the field.
And now gets some extended playing time here today. And he zips one across to fellow freshman Ryan Wingo. And the true freshman takes 15 yards to Wingo. And now the rookie Jarek Gibson probes for space. And he's got
use 2 to 3 different groups throughout this game because they know at the end of the season there's going to be a lot of guys who they're going to have to count on in order to get back to a college football playoff.
Gibson up the middle to the 20.
Also missed time the last couple seasons, whether it's an injury for a game or 2. He's able to bounce back, but Arch Manning may have to play a game or 2 or maybe half a season, just depending on what may happen with Quinn Ewers. You hope that he stays healthy, but
patience for sure. Quick release. And a few yards for Jonte.
Catch, go north and south. Great group of wide receivers.
This is Colin Page getting some. Arch Manning at the controls. Jarek Gibson rumbles in
to the tune of 164 on the ground.
Arch Manning pulls it, searches, and he
got the call from North Turner, and also his time as offensive coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons.
Jarek Gibson gets some.
Give him one last reminder in the headset.
And Arch Manning up the middle, touchdown. He has thrown for a score and now rumble around the entire state of Texas.
They don't go under center too often, but when you do, you got to be effective. That offensive line gets the push that you...
Fell on it for Texas. And now Arch Manning's third drive is a handoff to Ryan Niblett.
First couple of days, no one has spoke about what the matchup next week is all about with the Wolverines. Everyone just kept talking about how do we win the day, and that's a credit against Arkansas, looks like, at Arkansas November 16th. So some huge matchups for Texas on their schedule.
On third down, it's a slant from Arch Manning to Ryan Wingo with some wiggle, careening off tacklers.
For freshman, I want some of this burn at wide receiver as well.
And
at Texas is number 16 on the field right now.
This is on the ground, right side, and Velton Gardner.
SMU, and yes, Sark was able to find a running back, like he said, in free agency. I think the only question mark would be the running back position, right? Do they have the rotation to getting back to where they were a year ago in the college football playoff?